So my question is about the 4 laws of creation. I wondered, since some of us are new to this, I would love for you just to discuss that a little bit. I think it's a great base.
Thank you. From our perspective and our experience, there are only 4 absolute laws that underscore existence, underscore creation. Everything, from our perspective, from our experience, everything in every dimension, in every reality, on every planet, no matter how different it may be, physical, non-physical, doesn't matter. Past, present, future, doesn't matter. Is based on these 4 laws. We have not yet found a 5th. So, these things, using your language, calling them laws, with a capital L, as you say. Not talking about the laws of physics, things like that, because those can vary from reality to reality. What we are talking about are things that are unchanging throughout creation, that everything is based on. They are as follows. Law number 1, you exist. Can't do anything about that. Can't change that. You can change how you exist, but you cannot change that you exist. If you exist now, I guarantee you, you always will. Existence only has one quality, to be. It will never become that which is not. Non-existence is already full of all the things that will never exist. There is no room in non-existence for things that exist. So if you exist, you always will. Can't change that. Number 2, the one is the all. The all together are the one. Everything is made out of the one. There is nothing outside of the one. Everything, every person, every place, every situation is an aspect, a reflection, an expression of the one. And the one has created everything out of itself, from itself, because there is nothing else. So, in order to create all the different things in creation, the only material one had to do that was itself. So every being is a facet of this multidimensional oneness. The one is all are one. Law number 2. Law number 3, what you put out is what you get back. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. In physics, you say every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like attracts like. You may phrase it in any number of ways, but it's the same law. Law of attraction. 3rd law of existence. Doesn't matter what you call it. What you put out is what you get back. Because physical reality doesn't empirically exist except as a reflection. Physical reality is literally like a glass mirror. When you look in a glass mirror and see the reflection of your expression, if you are frowning, you don't go up to the reflection and try to force the reflection to smile. That will never work, because there's really nothing there. It's all coming back to you. If you really want to see the reflection smile, you know the only thing you can do is choose to smile first. Then the reflection has no choice but to smile back. But we understand that most of you have been taught just the opposite. And so when you want something to change in your reality, many of you on your planet will go about the business, the very, very tiring business, of trying to change the outer world instead of changing the inner one, which is what makes all the difference. So, 3rd law, what you put out, what you get back. There's a caveat that goes with that, and we'll get into that later. Law number 4, change is the only constant. Everything changes except the first 3 laws. They never change. Ever. But change always does. Change changes. Even the 4th law changes. And the 4th law, change, becomes the first 3 laws that never change. So it's a circle. Self-complete, self-perpetuating, self-supporting. Those are the 4 laws. You exist. The one is all are one. What you put out is what you get back. Everything changes but the first 3 laws. Those 4 principles are what all of your experiences are based on. Everything else is up to you. You are free to choose what kind of experience to have. In every other way, the only laws you really need to obey are the 4 we have just mentioned, because they cannot be broken. Cannot change regardless of where and when and how you may be. Those, as we understand them in our civilization, are the 4 laws. Did that answer your question sufficiently?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
The question that I have to ask you is,
yes.
Based on these laws, the whole mirror idea.
Yes.
We're in a collective community here that we're all committed to each other, and occasionally there are things that come up between people, and this is in our society in general, where
yes.
we might fall at a discord with someone,
yes.
or someone might do something that is hurtful,
yes.
or feels out of integrity
yes.
with us, with our highest excitement,
yes.
highest good.
All of that conflict only comes from fear and lack of clarity in communication. That's all. That's all.
So if you're trying to resolve something with someone who but you have to only change yourself.
Yes, you cannot change anyone else.
No,
you can offer them an opportunity to think differently, but you have to allow them to choose what they wish. Because if you don't allow them unconditionally to choose what they wish, then how is anyone going to allow you to choose what you wish?
True.
Allowance is the key.
So if you're in a situation with someone and you're allowing them, and
yes.
they continually keep hurting you or bringing back, the same pattern.
Or you continually allow yourself to be hurt.
Great, thank you.
Because remember, it's a matter of choice. Yes, we understand an individual may continue to perpetuate behavior that is generally negative, but you do not have to choose to feel the impact of their behavior. So if you are hurt by their behavior, you're choosing to feel hurt. And that's then your issue, that they have reflected to you. That you have something within your belief system that allows you to choose to be hurt by their behavior. Because you see, if you understand that it's an issue of choice, then at the same time you can observe someone might be purposely doing something negative toward you, you can also simultaneously understand that you can observe that from a neutral position and simply not accept what it is they are offering you as true for you. It might be true for them, but it doesn't have to be true for you.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, yeah, okay. You see, the idea on your planet that causes so much conflict and confusion are your definitions of things. And one of the strongest definitions that most of you have on your planet is what's true. Is this true? Or is that true? Is it this or that? If this is true, then that can't be true. Oh, yes, it can. One of the things you will understand about truth is that all truths are true. All of them. How can that be? I'll tell you, thank you. All realities are real. You are not capable of imagining non-existence. Anything you can imagine, therefore, actually exists in some way, shape, or form, in some dimension of reality. Everything is real. Everything is true from a certain point of view. That's all truth is. And that's why it's relative. Because you see, there is only here and now. Past, present, future. That's, in a sense, an illusion. The experience of it is real. That's the difference. The experience of it is real, but not the thing itself. The thing itself is just a symbol, just a stand-in for an idea, just a frequency of energy. And when you allow yourself to understand that all things coexist here and now, then you realize that every different thing, or thing that appears different, is actually, in fact, the same one thing, from a different point of view. That's all it is. So they're all true. They're all representative of the one, of all that is, of creation, of God, whatever you wish to call it, doesn't matter, it doesn't care. what you call it. Because it is all those names. It is everything. It is all that is. So any name you can conjure up for it is also a true name of God. Because there is nothing outside of God. Nothing. Zero. Therefore, all truths are true. And the thing that causes the conflict on your planet is this mentality of it's got to be this or that, instead of this and that. This and that would go a long way toward allowing communication between you to become clearer and to allow resolution between you to become swift and effortless if you recognize going into any conversation that no matter what a person chooses to believe, for them it is true, just as true as your truth is. And if you can validate that and respect it, then it's just a matter of discussing different points of view, neither of which is more true than the other. Does that put a little bit of a better spin on it for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Does that help?
Yeah, a lot.
Thank you.